Welcome back to Los Guys, and today we'll have a discussion of how tipflation is taking over America.
Everywhere, bro. I'm hating it. I ain't noticed it until you said something. But goddamn, even goddamn Subway's asking for it. You see what I'm saying? And they don't want 5%. They don't want 10%. What's the options? 15, 20, fuck 25, and 30%
Yep.
for a damn sandwich. Bro, if it ain't dining services, nah, I'm not doing it.
Or your bartender.
Bartender, yeah. And then certain restaurants too, because I go to Chinatown and a lot of those restaurants are like, we'll serve you one time, we'll give you a refill one time, but after that we don't check up on you. But I still drop a couple dollars, maybe $5, because somebody still gotta clean that table.
That's true.
See what I'm saying?
That's
but
true.
other than that, no, I don't really. If I gotta get my own drink and you only get my food one time, I do give a couple dollars because somebody's gotta clean that table. So,
Or if you call in and you gotta go pick that shit up. Why do you gotta tip?
Yeah,
why you flipping the screen on me? For what?
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, they're doing that too?
It's like I ordered it. I went and drove and picked it up. You know, you didn't serve me. I ain't getting no refill.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until you put it in my head.
It's funny because we had to have this conversation for, and then you start noticing everywhere. You go everywhere, go Starbucks, they'll charge you. Go to where you said?
Chipotle and Subway.
They'll charge
you. Yeah, and the reason that's because I pay with mostly cash. I'm not illegal.
Yeah.
I just for the week I get cash money, and that will be my budget for lunch at work, or after, if I don't feel like cooking, I get that, and I pay cash. That's just the way it is,
Or
but
we're in Texas. It's hot as fuck. You want to go, to your favorite boba place and get you a, smoothie with some tapioca or whatever, and flip the screen. How much you want to leave?
Yeah, that's crazy. I only noticed it. I was like, yeah, it's only like in malls, and you're like, no, dude, it's everywhere. And then, but yeah, it's getting out of line. I'm getting annoyed at tipping. If it ain't the following reasons we just said, dined in, bar in, and I think frankly everybody's freaking tired of it too, and it's too much pressure on the customer, flipping the screen, making this, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. You're not gonna pressure me on giving you a tip. You see what I'm saying? What you're gonna do? You get paid $12 an hour to go get a tea, and then you want an extra $5 or $1, even $1. No, I'm not doing it. No, turn your ass around. Not to be rude, but hey, they're paying you a nice little wage to make coffee, to make tea, or whatever, and go ahead and get it. I'm not gonna tip you an extra $3. By the time I notice, my fucking bill's $20. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe it's a way for employers to give their employees a raise, but that's fucked up because why is the raise in the form of a tip when y'all should have, bump up their pay?
I get it.
They're putting their raise on us.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Times are rough, but you're just fucking us up. You're fucking us up,
This has been going on way longer than...
Especially those chains restaurants, bro. Like Starbucks, Chipotle, all those chain places. That's what pisses me off the most. You see what I'm saying? Because when I saw it, it was at Subway. They flipped, not on me, but the guy who was forward to me. They flipped the thing on him, and it was a tip. But I've gone to that Subway because it's at work. They also got a tipping jar there. So I'm like, you want digital tips and physical tips? And I'm just like, nah. And don't get me wrong, they're nice, they treat me well and everything, but I'm not tipping you when you're getting paid a wage for it. You see what I'm saying?
So tipping is spreading everywhere. So check this out, and I feel like this is where we're going. So when you go grocery shopping, most of these grocery stores, what they have, self-checkout.
Oh yeah.
Right? I feel like pretty soon they're gonna charge you a tip if you want to have somebody actually ring you out.
You think?
Hell yeah. You want to sit there and ring up 30 items of produce and find all the items and all the item numbers and enter the code, and have you ever been? That shit's annoying.
I always thought if I self-checkout and there's more than 10 items, I need an employee discount. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You, especially at Walmart, you want to, do shortcuts and have one register open and, you know, the self checkout, and I got 30 items, 40 items. Hey, what's your employee code? I need a discount. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. The one thing I remember about tipping at grocery stores, I remember it was a hustle back in the day. I remember those cart boys will help put your groceries in the car, and you'll give them like a couple bucks.
And I haven't seen that in a while.
That's how you know how old I am. You see what I'm saying? Because I remember they used to do that. I don't know if it's a store policy now, because it's been decades since I've seen that.
But imagine this: you got a basket full of groceries to the top. You know, an employee comes like, "Hey, sir, how about I check you out in a regular lane, and it'll only cost you a 20% tip."
Oh, kiss my ass! Kiss my ass! Kiss my ass!
How much you want to bet that's coming?
No, because you want tips everywhere. It's already I'm relating. What do you call it? Tipflation. Tipflation to like going out now at clubs, like $30 for parking, $40 for parking, 20 to 30 to entry. My man, before I'm even in the dance floor, I'm already $70 deep. You see what I'm saying? Not only that, but the bottle that I spend $28 to get at Specs, they're charging me $300 for it. And it's not any bigger, it's not anything. It's just like, it's freaking ridiculous.
It's just that you get that experience of a bottle girl bringing you.
I got sparklers in my house from fucking 4th of July. Yeah. You know, I'll tell my girl to put on a bikini and, you know, do all that. The hell? No, dude. It's ridiculous. And I didn't notice until you said it. It is getting out of line, and I'm getting mad the more we talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have family that works in, you know, the restaurant business and all that, and, you know.
That's different.
Yeah, but to a certain degree, I only see a server being okay for tipping, you know, a bartender, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Somebody that's actually providing
a service.
You know, yeah, but a service that is constant. They're constantly checking up on you. You need a refill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need me to remove these plates off the table so you're done, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're just walking into a place, you know, hey, I want to, you know, a mango smoothie.
Yeah, and I'm a generous tipper. I've had many jobs where I've had jobs tips, hourly, commission, salary. I'm a generous tipper. So if you give me good service and everything, I'm gonna tip you well. You know, and it's most likely I'm gonna tip you more than 20%.
You know, there's a survey that they did. Only 1%. There's only a 1% difference from people who would tip more for good service than people who don't for bad service.
Really?
Yeah. So there's people out here busting their ass, and most of them are only receiving, you know, like a 1% increase than the people who, you know, give shitty service. And it's all about basically the pressure, right? That's really is. People feel embarrassed or pressured into giving a decent tip even when they received bad service.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one time I went to a Denny's, and
it has to be a fucking Denny's, dude.
And the lady literally came, took our order, dropped it off, never saw her again.
It happened to me when I was at Best
when she, you know, they bring you your drink first. So she brought the food. My drink was already done, over with. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, can I get a refill? And you know, she said, sure thing. And, you know, she went into the back, never saw her again.
Yeah.
Never saw her again.
That happened to me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to pay, you know, the manager, you know, looked at me, you know, like.
Did you tip him $0?
No, I tipped $1. No, it was like 27 something, and I just rounded up to make it 28.
Yeah.
So whatever the difference, you know. So it was like $1 or 80 cents, something like that.
Yeah.
And the manager just looked at me like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, he didn't say anything, but I was
you can tell he was thinking that. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think you should get pressured into tipping for bad service.
You can pressure me all you want. You ain't gonna get nothing out of me. You see what I'm saying? I still tip if I get bad service, but it's like $2, $3.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I'm surprised that there's only a 1% difference from good employees and bad employees the difference. You know, you would think it'd be a bigger gap in there, but
and I remember people. I remember faces. I don't know if you remember when we used to go to Saltgrass a lot, and we had that one waiter named Mario. I still remember. You remember him?
Yeah.
You went a couple times. I went a couple times, and then we went together a couple more times. Every time I'll go there by the host, I'll see that dude. Hey, we got you sitting here. No, I want that guy. And it happened one time, remember? And some guy got offended.
Yeah.
Remember that?
He got mad, yeah.
But the reason why we did that is because, one, he gave us good service. And
took care of us.
Took care of us. And guess what? Let's say between us, steak, baked potato, all that, $100. He'll get a 20, I'll get a 20. It'll be $40. Also, one of our favorite restaurants, a taqueria called Ranchito. I dine in most of the time I go in there. It's cheap. Between me and my girl, the bill will probably be $30. There's a lady there who's been there for a while, always takes care of me. I give her $20 all the time on a $30 bill. I give her $20 because I know that's how much her babysitter charges her per day to take care of her kid. But again, that's an established relationship I already had with them. But again, she looks out for me. You see what I'm saying? Throws a little extra jalapeno peppers in there.
There's history there.
Yeah, there's history there.
History
you know what I'm
there.
saying? But no, dude, I'm not, because you get paid $12 an hour to make coffee. You flip that tablet. Now you want an extra $5? No.
It's funny because, you know,
you can make all the fucking sad faces you want. No.
Yeah.
And I wish you would fucking say some shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't go to Starbucks no more. That's why if I do get coffee, I go to these, you know, hole in the wall places. You know, like when you told me Miss Kim's Tea House, they doing that shit. I go to Bubble Island. Most of these bubble places have drive-through. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's the other crazy thing too. Starbucks will literally, you go to the drive-through, they will pull out that tablet outside.
Really?
And it happened to me twice.
I've never had that happen at Starbucks.
They pull out that tablet right there. And they hit you with I'm just gonna leave this here. That ever happened to you? I'm just gonna leave this here. Don't leave it here.
I rarely go inside of Starbucks.
No, this is drive-through.
No, but I rarely go inside and then drive through. So the tipping from Starbucks, you're the first time that I'm here of it. Cause
it happened to one on Westheimer and Derry Ashford, the one by 24-Hour Fitness.
Okay.
I went there because I was running errands and I went without my coffee. I live in my house with like a dumbass. I need coffee to function. So I went in there. I literally stuck it like that, like a drug deal. Like, I'm just gonna leave this here. I slapped that fucking tablet back. Don't leave it here. I don't want that shit. Make my fucking frappe, whatever I got. But it's getting out of line. Things are more expensive, you know. And then you want me to leave a little extra in there? Fuck you, you know. And then we saw a couple news clips that there's employers using that tip money to pay for payroll.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Silence.
Times are tough, but you ain't gonna fuck me like that. Matter of fact, what you are gonna do, you are gonna lose customers because people are freaking tired of this stuff.
Speaking of that, I don't order through DoorDash anymore.
I'm not gonna lie. I think if you order DoorDash,
nope,
you're fucking lazy.
So, but I mean, sometimes you have to. You're at work. You don't have enough time to drive to a place. You know, you have to order. You know, order in pretty much.
I've never done DoorDash.
But still, it sucks both.
How's that work?
It sucks both to order from and it sucks to work for it. Cause I've done DoorDash because I wanted to make some extra money. That shit is not what they say it is. You know, first of all, the way they explain it, you know, other YouTubers and stuff like that, it's wrong. It's almost like a fucking scam the way they're explaining the amount of money you can make.
And then you gotta add like the mileage and the gas
and
all
that.
that.
It's not even worth it. But again, the whole tipping, you know, you get to so here's where I see they're both at fault as a customer and as an employee. Because as an employee, you can pick the order whether you want to accept it or decline. Yeah. Right. When you accept it, it tells you how much that order is going to pay you, and most of the time the tip's already included on it. So and sometimes they can add a tip after they delivered. You know, but some people just if you accepted it, you accepted it. Yeah. Whether they give you an extra tip later on, you know, that's kind of up to them. But you accepted to deliver the order now. Shut the fuck up and just do it. You get what I'm saying?
So
I don't care if that you go to $1 million home
mm-hmm.
and and they don't tip you anything extra. You accepted the fucking order. Just fucking do it.
So there's a clip going viral about a guy, customer put an order for a $20 pizza, and he got a $5 tip, which is what, 25%. You see what I'm saying?
20.
He had something slick to say. It was a nice house. Said, hey, this is a nice, such a nice home for a $5 tip. Remind you, the bill was $20.
You accepted the fucking order.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
What would you do? I'm sorry. I'm ghetto. I'll probably fucking step on and smash you upside his fucking head. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna talk to me like that, especially in my house.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? And he got fired. And I'm glad he got fired. Hopefully it doesn't damage him in future employment or whatever. But he deserves. You say something slick, take my shit back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that game.
Again, that's back to the point. If you accept it, you accepted it.
Yeah.
It's on you, right? And also as a customer, if you're too broke and you can't tip, because that is pretty much a tipping job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're too broke and you can't tip, drive your broke ass over there. Go get it yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's bro. I've tried ordering out of Whataburger. You get the number 5 with a drink and fries. Mm-hmm. How much is that? Like $10, $11?
Nah, but you tripping $14 inflation, baby.
Nah, you still get it for like $12.
Really?
You know how much they were charging just to get it through DoorDash?
How much?
Like $24. So it was double.
Fuck you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll never get DoorDash. I never will.
Nah, fuck that shit. So
what do you think needs to happen? Because I feel like,
it's very simple.
America's not the only country that does tipping. I think UK does, but like some countries like Japan, where if you tip, it's actually an offense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What do you think it needs to happen?
Well, first of all, I just got back from Mexico, right? You don't really tip much over there.
I have a jar sometimes, but
no, you don't really tip over there unless only when you go. So here's the thing about this trip to Mexico. The first half, I went to
tourist area.
I went to the city, just a regular town.
Mm-hmm.
A non-tourist area.
Mm-hmm.
Tipping almost doesn't exist there unless you dine in, right?
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Right? Other than that, you don't tip anywhere else.
Yeah. You don't tip at taco stands or nothing like that.
But then the second part of this trip, I went to the resorts, Cancun, all that.
Mm-hmm.
There, they pretty much live off of tippings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, at least from my experience, that's the only time you really tip over there.
Yeah.
And the solution, like you're asking, is pretty simple. The employer has to be responsible.
Yeah, I mean, but they also like again, they just need to stop flipping that fucking tablet. You see what I'm saying?
But that starts
on the business.
But that's their job. I've worked at places where they absolutely deny you to accept a tip.
Yeah.
And when you ask them why, the answer is simple.
Mm-hmm.
We pay you to provide this service.
Yeah.
You get paid well above the minimum wage. We don't need customers to bribe you to do your job. They're frowned upon doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's an absolute no if anybody tries to give you any money on the side. Because there's also some unethical reasons from people giving tips.
I always take the money.
Yeah,
I always take the money.
But still, you can get bribed into accepting something you shouldn't. If you work in retail, if you take expired coupons or whatever, or hey, I'll give you a bigger tip if you put some extra pumps of that whatever syrup.
I think places like this, like Starbucks, Chipotle, Subway, I think this is just me. I don't have to go to Starbucks. I don't have to go to Chipotle. I don't have to go to. Well, I kind of have to go to Subway. I don't have to go to Subway though. And you're not gonna get my business. You see what I'm saying? It's point plain simple. You know, I'm blessed enough. We're blessed enough that we live in an area where there's thousands of coffee shops that don't. You see what I'm saying? You're just not gonna get my business, period. And I think the people in America need to stand up and just say enough's enough, and voice with their money. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the only way we're gonna do stuff. Voice with the money. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on, but I see after COVID, all this shit, the flipping of the tablet started coming up, and I don't like it, bro. I don't like it.
I mean, yeah, I don't like it either. I can see why, because I know like the food industry is probably the one that got hit the worst with the pandemic.
You don't like your job? Hey, what would you do when you're at a job and it's not paying you well? Go look for another job.
Go find another one.
You know what I'm saying? That fucking simple. Especially now, I see hiring signs everywhere, and I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of these fucking places are overpaying y'all. You see what I'm saying? I saw that Panda Express are not paying cooks $20 an hour.
Buc-ee's has their pay visible. As soon as you walk in, they go sign.
At the pump. At the pump.
I think minimum wage there is like $17 an hour.
18.
18 now?
It's 18.
Damn.
18.
To be a cashier.
To fucking wash toilets. Wash toilets $18 an hour.
That's crazy.
And then, but they're vacay. But whatever, it's just vote for your dollar, that's the best you can do. At least that's what I'm gonna do. So fuck these places. This tipping shit's getting out of line, and I don't know, probably move into a non-tipping culture. So
all I can say is don't get pressured.
Don't fall for it. How much is a frat pay now? $8. And you put a 5. You paying $13. No, bro. I'm getting mad. Fuck this shit. Click like and subscribe. Comment below. Let us know.
Know what you think about Tipflation.
And are you bothered by it? And if you do work in the industry, how do these tips distribute? Is it distribute among the shift? That's another question I want to know. Is it distribute among the shift? Is your cashier, you're already clocked in there? Like, hey, my name is Edwin. Tip goes to that. How's that work? Please comment below. Let us know. I would really love to know how that shit's being distributed. See what I'm saying? So,
thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time.